We've reached our destination.
You sense one of your pals, Hoodle?
I see plenty of ruins around here, too. It must have been a big town bustling with people back in the day.
Ow! Take this! In a vine?
Falling Spear! Tiger Blade! Searing Flame! Make it
Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang!
Make it Rage!
Frozen!
Hammer!
Blazing Storm!
Slash the shock!
Ice Tornado! There! Hell's Super Slow Down! Talon Hurricane!
Throbs in pain. Ready and clear!
Falling Storm!
Annihilation!
Talon Hurricane!
Take this! Slash the shock!
Look sharp! Lunar Blast!
Demon Fang!
Falling Storm!
Take this! Slash the shock! Looks like we won.
Forgive you!
Here I come!
Swallow Dance!
No further!
Eagle Assault!
Take this!
It's like trying to keep up with a wolf!
Going in!
Take this! Too fast! Stand back! I'll trip it up! Dark! I'll smash you! Lunar Rondo!
This one's mine!
Quiver Dragon! Now I'm in the grip! I'll crush you! Lightning Reflexes! Tenebrous Claw!
Will this help?
Healing
Piercing Roar!
Here I come!
Thanks, Shion.
Scion Instant!
Look
You're
sharp!
mine! Slash the shot!
Annihilation!
Here I come!
Look sharp! Laser Field!
Do it! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! Everybody okay?
We're all right, Alphen. Do my best!
Take this!
My judgment!
Swallow Dance!
Eagle Assault! This one's
Here I
mine!
come!
Eagle
It's a
Assault!
duel of the arts!
Here's a
Here I come!
That
Mind's free! Why can't they just sit still? Shion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
Astro Arts?
That's my cue!
Shut them down! You picked the wrong fight! Take this! Slash the shock!
This here's a healing!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah! And
Follow to me!
None shall escape my destiny.
You're on! Take this! Slash the shock!
Eat this!
First, next!
I can only rely on
Freaking does it! Your turn!
Demon Flame!
Appreciate the help! Rip and tear! Take this! Make it right! Take! Blow them away!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
You're saying we should check the Owl Forest?
Do you think this is one of the places where the Dark Wings and Almadria fought? I wouldn't be so sure. This place appears more ravaged by time than combat. Even if there are signs of destruction, it would likely have taken place during the Great Conquest of 300 years prior. And ever since, it's been a breeding ground for Zeugles, I guess.
Get lost! This one's mine!
Watch it! You see this coming? Glacial fire!
Everything!
Pesky airborne scoundrels!
Sounds like a job for yours truly!
Take this! Dazzling spin! Do it! Hey! Blow them away!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
Lost!
Here I come! Burn in hell!
Here's a healing art!
Slap
This one here is thick as armor!
I really owe you one. Take this!
It's almost too strong.
I'll stop it! Split it open!
Be my guest.
It's over! I'll finish you here and
Make it
now!
rain! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble! My turn! Swallow blade!
Eat this!
You're on!
Glacial
Slap
spear!
the
Here,
shock!
eat this!
Talon hurricane!
Hold the
You're on!
Make it rain! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life! Now this one's all mine! Start up
Stay on
first strike!
instant! Glacial fire!
Here I come! Demon Fang! Slap the
Freezing
shock!
storm!
Now I'm in the groove! Luna Rondo! You're finished!
Here's a healing
Your
art!
blade!
First aid!
Demon Fang! Showtime!
Do
It's
it!
over!
Ridwell! Frozen!
Hammer!
A comfortable win.
We should be able to cook here.
I hope we manage to catch Almadria soon.
Hell yeah! There's no way you can complain about how this tastes!
Mind if I join you, Law?
Oh, hey, Alphen. What's up?
Nothing. I was just surprised to see you weren't training for once. Got a stomachache or something?
You know I don't literally train around the clock, right? I do take breaks.
Do you? It seems like you're training every chance you get.
Well, yeah, it can't be helped if I want to get stronger. Still, it's important to let your muscles rest every now and then. That's what my dad told me anyway.
Zephyr said that?
When I was a little kid, yeah. I would get so excited whenever he came home. I always followed him wherever he went and tried to learn as much from him as I could. He said, it's good to be passionate, but don't overdo it. Just like there are times when you want to take a break from studying, sometimes your body wants to take a break from training too. I was always rushing around and forgetting to rest, so he ended up telling me that a lot.
That definitely sounds like him.
It's nothing to get sad over. Still, I can't help but wonder if that was my dad's way of teaching me the dangers of rushing into things too quickly. Then again, maybe I'm just overthinking things. I wish I'd had more time to talk to him about this kind of stuff. See you guys tomorrow. You guys ready to hit the road? I know I am. A dead end?
No, there's an elevator. Looks operational.
I can't believe there's actually an underground harbor here. There are even boats docked.
I only see Danans. Think they were forced to work here?
Probably. Let's see what they have to share about Almadria. You didn't happen to see a lord come by, did you?
Sorry, friend, but she just left. Came by with a whole posse of underlings, boarded her ship, and took off at first wind. We damn near got blown away. She was that much in a hurry.
Damn! So we missed her!
You guys trying to go after her? Need a ride?
Are you saying you know how to steer a ship?
Spent most of my life chained to the deck of some ship or other. Yeah, I know my jib from my boom.
We don't know how dangerous it'll be. Better you give us the boat and stay on solid ground.
Whoa there! You been out on the water before? The sea ain't nobody's friend, you know. You need a sea dog like me or you'll sink her before she makes it out the harbor.
We're losing time. Sir, we're in your debt.
Now that's more like it. Name's Mahavar. Just give me a holler when you're all set and we'll set sail.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Looks like we got another reward.
I didn't realize that so many still remained. Danon owls truly are majestic indeed.
I thought the Danon owls had all but died out myself. That's what I get for making assumptions.
Just so we're clear, this place is supposed to be a secret.
Yes, I'm aware. Places like these should be kept out of the public eye.
It's a pity, though. With proper training, they could be made into a magnificent chorus.
What are they hooting about now?
Alphen and Xion can interpret for us, right?
Huh? Oh, no, I mean, it was just a lucky guess last time.
Yeah? Maybe you'll be lucky twice. Go on, give it a shot.
Really? Well, if you say so. Let's see. Listen to them. Are they really up to the task?
What do you mean? You're the one who put them in charge.
It's my responsibility to protect our friends.
Stop trying to take everything upon yourself.
This is what the owls are saying?
Of course.
I must say, though, we've found quite a number of owls. It's a testament to how much you care for Hootle, Rinwell.
I wonder which branch Hootle will perch on.
Rinwell?
Oh, nothing. Don't mind me. Well, come on. The perches are only half filled. We've got to find the rest of the owls.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
This is like a dream come true. Never gotten to captain a ship before. Never would have thought I'd get a chance like this. Thank you, y'all.
The pleasure's all ours. Think we'll catch up to her?
Of course we will. They got too much weight on them. Meanwhile, this ship's carrying nothing but us salty scalawags. They got a good head start on us, but we can take them.
Do you know if there are any Danons on that ship?
Couldn't say for sure. On the one hand, seeing as it's supposed to be something of another castle, I'd reckon they probably wouldn't let a bunch of Danons on board. On the other hand, I'd be real surprised if the Renans were able to pilot that thing all by themselves. In any case, it's gonna be a while before we reach her. Until then, you're all free to do whatever. Just don't fall in the ocean.
I know Malabar said we could take it easy, but there's not exactly a lot to do on this boat. I guess I'll check in on everyone and see how they're holding up.
I took a look around inside the ship just in case, but I didn't find anything that looked like it might be suspicious.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
You know, it wasn't until I left Calaglia that I finally realized just how big the world is.
When we tore down the wall in Calaglia, and I could finally see the horizon in the far-off distance, I had the exact same thought.
Yeah, somehow the sea is different though. I'm not sure just how to put it. It's almost as if it just goes on forever. I bet my old man would have been blown away by this view.
Yeah.
Ever since he died, I've been thinking about what it was that he was really trying to say to me at the end. I keep going over his words again and again. And heck, maybe I'm just overthinking it all. But still, sometimes I wonder if it could have turned out differently. If there was something I could have done. But no matter how much I play it back, I'm still no closer to finding any answers. And then there's everything with Rinwell. I stopped her from killing Almadria, but was that really the right thing to do? Or did I just end up making things harder for her? I feel like such a screw-up.
You're not the only one. I keep asking myself what Zephyr would have done had he been here. Like, I think, how would Zephyr have handled Rinwell?
Yeah, I think he definitely would have stopped her. No doubt about it.
And that's exactly what you did, Law. I think he'd be really proud of you.
Alphen.
Zephyr's not the worst yardstick to measure ourselves against. Let's both do our best to make him proud.
Sounds like a deal. Thanks, Alphen.
Hold that pose long enough and someone might just come along and paint you.
Any artist who'd see fit to paint me needs their eyes tested.
What can you tell me about Almadria?
Not as much as you'd probably wish. I only ended up crossing paths with her a handful of times, after I was chosen to be a lord on Lenegis.
Ah, right. I almost forgot about Lenegis. How much do you think they know about what's been going on down here?
It's safe to assume they know everything, though I know not why they choose to remain uninvolved. Perhaps they see what's been happening as just part of the ongoing crown contest.
Even what Almadria did? Has it really reached the point where her actions are seen as normal?
Not to my knowledge, no. At its core, the crown contest is a competition to see who can amass the most astral energy. And to amass such energy, slaves are needed to collect it from. It's therefore against the Lord's interest to kill them.
So then why would Almadria do something like that?
We must remember that time is running out in the crown contest. Perhaps her hand was forced, so to speak. It is a way to accrue astral energy faster and in larger quantities than through slave labor. Doing so kills off that labor force, obviously, but it is a means to an end nonetheless. No one could have foreseen that something like the Hollowing would arise back when the contest was first conceived.
Is becoming the Sovereign of Rena really that important to the Lords?
Of course. It's the greatest prize one can attain in their eyes. In that respect, at least, I'm really not that surprised that Almadria resorted to what she did, as utterly despicable as it is.
It's reassuring to hear you feel the same way I do.
I worry that the only reason I never did anything similar in Menancia was due to my lack of ambition.
If you didn't want to be reminded of your past, you could have just plugged your ears.
You think too highly of me. I'm afraid I must respectfully disagree. I'm not nearly as virtuous of a person as you might wish to believe.
If that's so, would you have been so shaken up when Kisara lost her brother? Why else would you turn your back on your own kind and choose to fight for Miguel's dream? Aren't we just Danans?
A curious choice of words. Did what you see in Mahag Sar hit you that hard?
What Deadheim did to that city, he didn't liberate anyone. Anyone who refused to follow him was an enemy in his eyes. 300 years of Renan rule taught him nothing.
What I have come to understand is that the conflict extends beyond Danan versus Renan. There is an internal quarrel as well. I mean to bring about a true, lasting coexistence in Menancia. But there are more walls we must topple first.
And you don't think you can pull it off?
Well, you seem to think you can, at least.
Does that make us enemies?
Insofar as an exchange of swordplay, no, it doesn't.
Not good enough for you?
Are you really... Forgive me. I will continue to fight by your side a while longer. That much I have decided.
You don't look so good. You all right?
The floor. It keeps moving. How can you stand it? How can you even stand?
I'm not the best person to ask about discomfort. I can't feel pain, remember?
I still can't believe what happened in Niez. Even now. As a lord, my expectations for Almeidrea were already pretty low. But the way she treated human lives like they're mere playthings.
Yeah. And it wasn't as if the situation in Niez was improving much to begin with.
You mean Deadheim?
The whole reason I started fighting back was because of my anger at the atrocities of Renin rule. Back then, all I had to worry about was fighting the Renins for the sake of the Danans. But then I met Shion and the people of Menancia, and things became a lot more complicated. It's even messier now that we have to worry about Danans like Deadheim.
It used to be that the Danans were the ones in the right, and the Renins were the ones in the wrong. Though, maybe that was just a biased perspective, from being on the side of the oppressed.
Exactly. I'll never tolerate the Renins ruling over us. But nothing ever ends up being as black and white as you'd expect it to be either. That's clear to me now.
That said, even putting aside bad apples like Deadheim for a moment, you may be able to free the Danan people, but that won't undo 300 years of oppression. It'll be hard for them to not give in to their resentment. I think maybe that's why I clung to our dream so hard back in Menancia.
Even if his motivations weren't pure, Dohalim has a good heart. He didn't sink to the depths Almeidrea did.
You don't understand. I'm saying that it goes deeper than that. This hierarchy we live in, it's not solely something the Renins invented. I remember a story Rinwell once told me. She said before the Renins invaded, we Danans had our own class system. We are the ones who divided ourselves. I saw it in Deadheim's eyes. He wanted to rule over others.
To hear Beifong tell it, Deadheim wasn't always that way.
But as time went on, and he and the Darkwings fought the Renins, he eventually changed. I guess what I'm getting at is, if we defeat the Renins but just go back to the way things were before, was there even any point in fighting?
But that world isn't the one you want to create, right?
Maybe not. But to tell you the truth, these days I'm not so sure that dream is even possible.
You have your promise to Megal, though. Your home and the people of Menancia are depending on you.
I know. My brother. He truly believed in his dream of coexistence. And I suppose, even now, many people still do. And then, there's you.
Who, me?
You and Shion.
Not sure I follow.
Okay, then let me spell it out for you. How many other Renins and Danans do you know that get on as spectacularly as the two of you?
I don't know that I'd say spectacularly.
Well, I suppose it's really all a matter of how you look at it, isn't it?
I really don't see what you're getting.
I think I'm getting seasick again. Sorry. Can you just give me a wide berth for a few minutes?
Do you think Law is okay?
If you're worried, why don't you ask him yourself?
Yeah. I think maybe I should apologize to him too. I should apologize to all of you, really.
Us too?
Well, I was kinda lying to you all this whole time. I was blind to everything except my own revenge. I never even considered the struggles all of you might be facing.
We all have things we'd prefer to keep to ourselves, Rinwell. So what if you had something to hide? It doesn't undo the good that you've done, or the people that you've helped save along the way.
But that's not what I mean.
I know. You're talking about Almadria, right?
Yeah. I hate her, Alphen. I can't stop hating her. Even just thinking about her makes my head feel like it's going to explode. But it's not just her. I think about the way Law looked at me. I hated the Lord who killed my parents. And I hated the Renans I had to travel alongside. And yet, Cyslodia's Danans backstab each other like it's a normal way of life. And Mahag Sar has people like Deadime. But then there are people like Law and Shion. It's all just too much. I don't know what to think anymore.
Law never said that you had to forgive Almadria. It's only natural you would hate your family's murderer. But...
But what?
Law left home because of how much he hated his father. As a result of that, well... I think Law spent a lot of time thinking about how they never got to make things right. And if I had to guess, killing Ganabel didn't make any of those feelings go away. Law let revenge fuel him, and I think now he's afraid you'll do something you'll regret.
Afraid?
Whatever happens to Almadria when this is all over is up to you. I'll respect whatever choice you make. Just think it over carefully for me, okay? You still have time.
Okay. Thanks, Alphen. Say, back then, after the fight, I think I really made Shion mad. I don't know, though. Maybe it just looked that way. But I guess I just can't seem to understand how she feels. Do you know why she gets like that?
Shion's... She can be a tough nut to crack. She doesn't really talk a whole lot about herself.
It's just what she said about hate being a source of strength. Where did that come from? I wonder how it feels, not being able to hold another person's hand.
Lean much further, you'll go overboard. Keeping an eye out for Almadria's ship?
I'm looking at the ocean.
The ocean?
Yeah. The waves. They help me think. This world is filled with natural wonders. The icy air and white peaks of Cyslodia, the lush green glades of Menancia, the harsh wastes of Calaglia. But Menancia has its Lake of Death, and Nias its ruins. And they wouldn't be there if it weren't for that contest.
Say we actually managed to put a stop to the crown contest for good. What do you think will happen between the Danans and the Renans then?
You first.
Well, I want to believe that the coexistence we saw in Menancia can happen elsewhere, too. It's insane for all of us to keep fighting. If Menancia can do it, so can everyone else.
Yeah, I think that would be good too. A world where everyone can get along. At least, that's what I've come to believe.
You sure have changed.
I can't lie to you. Since I was young, I've looked down on the Danans too. But I've seen a lot. And I see things differently now. I've seen so many ugly and terrible things in this world. And yet, they didn't come from just the Danans. And the good things too. They didn't come from just the Renans. Kindness and cruelty exist on both sides. A person's race doesn't factor into it. So, I guess you're right after all, Alphen. I have changed. You know, I've never actually touched another person like this.
Shion.
Ever since I was on Lenegis, I've always been alone. Even after I came to Dana. Always.
And now?
Do you still not remember your past?
No. Sometimes it feels like I can almost remember. But then this mask stops me.
The mask keeps you from remembering why you have the mask in the first place. It's a little ironic, isn't it?
A little. Well, it won't be long now before you're rid of those thorns, you know? Only 2 lords remain. And once you have their master course, you'll be able to create the Renis Alma, right? Then you can... Shion?
Sorry, it's nothing. Promise. You're right, though. It'll all be over soon. I never could have made it this far on my own. I have everyone to thank for that. Including... especially you, Alphen.
Don't worry about it. We're friends, after all.
Yeah, we are.
Wonder how much longer it's going to be before we catch up to Almeidrea. I'll ask Mahavar.
Look who's up! Good timing. We're closing in on her stern as we speak.
That's the ship? She's huge. Law, go gather the others, will you? Think you'll be able to flank them without getting spotted?
Yeah, with the fog as our ally, I think I might just pull it off. Long as we ain't too noisy, we should be okay.
What'll you do if they catch on to us?
Not much I can do. Ship that size, they'll probably blow us to bits before we ready cannons.
Persistent little things. Evidently, I shouldn't have spared the wretched vermin. Hungry already, my dear? Worry not, for you shall have plenty to feast upon shortly.
Perfect. You managed to get us right up beside them.
I'll stay with the ship so we can leave as soon as you're done.
Good. Then let's find Almadria.
Xion,
Now that's what I call a ship!
Yeah. The biggest one in all of Mahagsar. So big that it took years to construct.
For all we know, Kelzelik may well have been smuggling materials to help build it. In which case it would be yet another mistake on my part.
we don't know that she was only getting materials from Menancia.
You think it's possible that they might have come from elsewhere too? Yeah, I guess I could see it.
But what do you think Almadria plans to do from here on out, now that she's abandoned her realm and sailed out to sea?
She'll be filling her coffers with gold, most likely. Then she'll sit back and enjoy the show as the other lords duke it out. Or something to that effect, at least.
I wouldn't put it past her.
She's strong, yet shrewd, and will stoop to any low. A dangerous one indeed.
She's not the first, and she won't be the last. This is a lord we're talking about, remember?
Sounds like you've made up your mind already.
There was never anything to decide. No one who can smile like that while doing what she did deserves to roam free.
Yeah, you're right.
This might not be the best time, but if you have a minute... That mask of yours, it was shattered by a blow from Balsev when you fought back in Calaglia, correct?
Yeah, thanks for the reminder. I thought it was a goner.
Balsev's brute strength was in a league all its own, yet half the mask remains. It's remarkably durable. Too durable to be Danon in origin.
Xion said the same thing. As if the fact I was wearing it meant there had to be more to me than met the eye.
You recalled your name when the mask broke, I hear.
Yeah, that's right. Although to tell you the truth, I'm a little scared what might happen when I lose the remaining half. Then again, the idea of not doing something because I'm afraid scares me even more. That's why I go on fighting.
Only he who first faces the night catches a glimpse of the dawn.
Come again?
It's nothing. Forget I said anything.
Going in.
Eagle assault! Now you see what I can do. I'm just getting started.
You're finished. Make it rain. Go for it.
Prepare to crumble.
Now. Into the shadow.
Leave them staring to me. Yeah, and totally to me.
Look shot. Eagle fire. Falling storm. Tiger blade.
Let's go.
Luna Rondo. How about it right here?
Luna Rondo.
My turn.
I'm on
Demon Fang.
This should make for some good weapon crafting material.
Gotta break through. Take my lord.
Annihilation!
Plasma shock.
Not today!
Flame of fury!
Dragon Fire. Plasma shock. Fire support.
No, do it!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade. Not a chance. Dragon Shell.
Let me help.
Here I come.
If it's in the spirit,
Be my guest. Tiger Blade. Face Blast.
use a healing art!
Mirage.
Falling storm! Go!
You're finished.
Radiant Blast!
You're mine.
Eagle assault!
Plasma shock.
I feel spread.
Got it! That went well.
Are you okay? You're not too
Out of our way!
You're mine.
Look sharp! In a bind?
Eagle assault. You're mine. Demon Fang.
Fly!
Lightning shock. I'm on it. Shut up. Super Swallow Dance.
I'll finish you here and
Plasma
now!
shock. Burn in hell. Demon Fang.
Cyan instant!
Wither Dragon.
Do it!
Kisara.
I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your rush!
I've been doing really great lately.
Be a breeze. Get in, get out. Switch. Now you see what I can do.
Glacial Spear! Here's Falling Storm! Freeze Laser!
Put that out of your hand.
Let me help you!
Wither Dragon. Combat. It's on.
Fire support.
Target Blade!
Plasma shock.
Healing Circle!
The enemy wields ice too.
You'll soon see right now! Target Blade!
Eagle Fly.
How about this?
You're mine.
By the power of water!
Luna Rondo. Mirage. Switch Shock.
Give it to me!
All yours, Kisara.
Barely a blip on our radar.
I won't forgive you!
Plasma shock.
I can read your moves like a book!
What is this?
I'm gone!
Make it work.
I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your rush.
My turn. Start up.
I'll smash you.
In an instant!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
Gotta break through.
Now you'll learn!
In a bind?
Plasma shock.
None shall escape!
I'm on it. Let's freaking done
I really don't give up, either!
Dragon! In an instant! Impact Cross!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
You picked the wrong button!
Not on my watch!
Do
it! Frozen!
Hammer! Now armor won't save you! My shield!
Mega Red! Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out. Ignite!
I'm the true gunslinger!
I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life! Not a chance! Stardust!
Flaming meteor!
Rondo! Eat this! You're done! I'm not done! Mirage!
Far enough!
It's over!
Arc shield!
Rondo! Now I'm real mad!
All good things come to an end! Glacial Spear! Here's evil!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! You're mine! Rondo! Now you see what I can do! Mirage!
Frozen!
Hammer!
Hey, I'm pretty lucky. Never seen anything like it.
It's an authentication key. They're quite common.
Maybe where you're from, but this is new to me.
It might go in an elevator somewhere. We should test it out.
We seem to have come across something a little unusual.
Hey. What do you say we fight that shining enemy?
We're in for a long storm with this one!
Now you'll... Swallow blade! I won't show you any mercy!
Here's the evil!
Got fire!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle him!
All yours!
You'll soon see about that!
Make it break!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Shield and
You're
tank!
You're finished! Slash the shot!
Eat this!
Tiger Blade! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Now! Slash the shot! I'll run you through! Now I'm in trouble!
Healing circle!
Slash
Glacial
the
Spear!
shot!
Here's the evil!
Demon Blade!
Here, let me help!
Shattering the pieces! Attack time!
Dazzling Skin!
Demon Blade!
Tiger Blade!
Burn in hell!
Coming ready! Glacial Spear! Here's the evil!
Denied!
Eagle Bomb! Here, let me help!
I'm not done!
Appreciate the help.
I'm on! Now you see what I can do! Here I come! Slash! You're finished!
Eagle here and now! Eagle Fly! Hurricane!
Demon Fang!
By the power of water! Annihilation!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
On guard!
Here's a healing art!
Take this!
First aid!
An outstanding
Lunar Blast!
Hurricane! Eagle
I
Fly!
never miss! Here's a healing art!
Eagle Fly! Take this! Good job! That's it!
Here's a healing art! First aid!
Hold on!
I'll bring you back in just a bit!
Tiger Blade!
Resuscitation! Here, let me help!
I lost myself in the heat of the moment.
I'll cover you!
Crescent Moon! I appreciate the help! Talon Sword!
Here, let me help!
Here I come!
Switch! I'll crush you! Lightning Reflexes! Tenebrous Claw!
Here, let me help!
Do it!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Strike!
Knowing when we're in too deep is necessary to survive.
We may tend to push ourselves a little too hard.
Bad feeling about this.
Take this!
First
I
aid!
owe you one.
Time to shine! Dragon
Go!
Jump!
Clap and dodge! It's time! Lunar Rondo!
That freaking does it!
Take this! I'm on!
Healing Step up!
I owe you one.
Glacial
Here I come! It's over!
This one's mine!
Annihilation!
Take this!
Magna
You're
Ray!
on!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah! Totally to me! Just to dust!
Lunar Rondo!
Do it!
River!
Astral Energy!
Say no more.
Glacial Spear!
Do it!
Kisara!
Commander of Heaven.
Phoenix Strike!
Now!
No one shall escape my judgment!
You're on! Slap!
Time to shine!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
These don't seem like your run-of-the-mill Zoogles the Renans usually leave around.
Indeed. I believe it's safe to assume these were used in her experiments.
They certainly look as twisted as her.
Even here. This is...
I remember seeing instrument.
No choice! For my lord!
Save you!
My shield!
Ray does it!
Burn in hell!
Crescent Moon!
You think that shield will save you?
In an instant! Impact Claw!
Here, let me help!
Pesky airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for you and truly!
Swallow
You're
Dare!
mine!
I'm on a roll now!
Here's a healing art! First aid!
You're mine!
God!
You're mine! Plasma shock!
Healing! That's my shield! Spear! Piercing!
Shut him down.
Tiger Blade!
You're mine!
Heavy and fire!
Plasma shock!
First aid! Do it!
Lunar Rondo!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! My turn!
Flame of Fury! Burning!
Ignite!
Would you Tiger Blade?
Lunar Rondo!
Eagle Fly! I'm just getting started! I'll smash you!
Thrust! Blast you!
I never miss!
Swallow Blade!
That's like both sides of fear! Here's the Tiger Blade! Eagle Fire!
Let the shot!
Astral Energy!
Say no more!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
What is that huge flower-looking thing up there? Is that the ship's engine?
Indubitably. As one might expect, large ships require large engines in order to sail.
And if we destroyed it?
We might well sink the ship. Who knows if we would be able to escape before that happens.
Almadria sure has been busy since the contest began.
This isn't Almadria's doing.
You mean she didn't build this?
The body, yes. However, my guess is that the engine comes from a starship.
A starship? As in one of those vessels used to go to and from Lenegis?
Correct. The technology employed on Lenegis and in starships is more advanced than anything in our daily lives. Almadria may be resourceful, but she could never produce an engine like this on her own.
You mean to tell me we've got even bigger enemies waiting for us up in the sky? Ugh, my head hurts just thinking about it.
Don't worry about that for now. Just focus on taking care of Almadria.
So much for talking it out.
You got spirit!
Great fire! Time to shine! Eagle Fire!
You'll soon see about that.
Eagle Fire! I'm on a roll now! Here I come! Demon Strike! Squat! Make it roll!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
We managed.
Here goes!
Not in your dreams. Cyan Instant.
Take down their defenses! I see one, eh?
You go!
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
This one's mine!
more!
My turn!
It's already strong!
It'll split it open!
Be my guest!
Falling short! Here I come! Do it!
Kisara! Commander of Heavens!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Onward and upward.
No backing down!
The rebel!
In a bind!
Healing circle!
I owe you one.
I really watch your ranged attack!
You picked the wrong
Do it!
fight! Kisara! Commander of Heavens!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Now!
Nitro! Meteor! Denied!
Take this!
Last shot! Blow away! Do it! This one's got your name on it!
To action!
Cyan in the groove! Anything more is all mine! Tiger Blade!
I'll smash you!
None shall escape my judgment! Eat this! Come on, roll now!
Not today!
You require I'm only getting started! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your luck!
Thought the work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind.
In a bind!
I'm gone! Tiger Blade! Talon Hurricane! Here! Weapon tear!
You're finished!
Watch and sweep!
Strike!
Blade it!
Lunar Rondo! Start up! It's on!
I never miss!
You're mine! Plasma shot!
Ready to
Lunar Rondo!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Make it roll!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
Nicely done.
This looks nice and tough.